This is 6 Minutes, the Seriously International Day newscast. It's Monday, June 2nd. I'm Emma Albright.
And I'm Bertrand Roger. It's a warm afternoon in Istanbul, while Salvador, Brazil, is waking up to some rain. Here in the World newsroom in sunny Paris, it's just after midday. These are the latest headlines. Israel denies responsibility for killings at Gaza aid site. The Polish presidential election yields an unanticipated outcome. And our daily quiz question comes from the Mumbai airport. Our top story today covers a new round of peace talks on the Ukraine war, following a major show of military strength by Kyiv. Ukraine launched drone attacks deep inside Russia on Sunday, destroying at least 13 Russian bombers in one of the most sophisticated strikes by Kyiv since the start of the war. The attack comes as Ukraine and Russia are set to begin a second round of direct peace talks today in Istanbul. Expectations for a breakthrough remain low, with Russia continuing to reject Ukraine's demand for an unconditional ceasefire, and both sides still eager to show their strength on the battlefield. In other news, Israel denies responsibility for a deadly incident at an aid site in Gaza on Sunday. At least 31 people were killed and more than 170 wounded as witnesses accused Israel forces of firing on crowds seeking food. Israel denies targeting civilians and said it only fired warning shots. Still, after months of blockade, Israel's new system of food distribution is also facing widespread international criticism. And the Polish presidential election results came in overnight, with right-wing historian Karol Nawrocki winning a narrow victory. With initial exit polls incorrectly projecting Warsaw's liberal mayor Rafał Trzaskowski as the winner, top Polish dailies Dziennik Polski and Gazeta Wyborcza had the wrong candidate on their respective front pages. In the end, Nawrocki emerged victorious, winning 50.9% of the vote. As president, it will have the power to veto any legislation by the centrist government headed by Prime Minister Donald Tusk. Turning to our More Than a Minute feature, today we're looking at what are known as ultra-processed foods. They're convenient, tasty, and well, not usually the healthiest option on the shelf. But Emma, tell us about the recent debate among researchers about these products.
Ultra-processed foods contain ingredients you wouldn't find in a home kitchen and undergo multiple stages of industrial processing before being ready for sale. They also tend to be higher in sugar, salt, and fat. Still, beyond all the bad press, Viola Kiel of German weekly Die Zeit wanted to know the real impact of these modern food products. So she asked 4 scientists: a psychiatrist, a neuroscientist, a food chemist, and a nutritionist. Psychiatrist Johannes Hebebrand doesn't buy the idea that ultra-processed foods are addictive in the same way drugs are. Yes, they activate the brain's reward system, but so do plenty of non-addictive experiences. Potato chips, he quips, don't alter my consciousness. While people often overeat foods like chips or candy, he advocates for classifying eating disorders as non-substance related. You have to be aware of the problems that still exist though, since this can give the food industry what it needs to dodge accountability. Neuroscientist Alexandra De Felice Antonio sees it differently. In her view, many processed foods are designed to be irresistible. She argues this isn't an individual willpower issue, but a structural one. In the US, over half the food people eat is highly processed. She says reversing that trend requires public investment in healthy food access and changes to how food is marketed and distributed.
So that's what food does to your brain, but what about the food itself?
Food chemist Monika Pischitz-Reiter warns against oversimplifying the problem. Not all processed foods are unhealthy, and not all homemade meals are good for you. The real question is, what's actually in the food? A dish with 14 wholesome ingredients can be better for you than bacon, which only has 2. Finally, nutritionist Anya Bozy-Westphal says that ultra-processed foods are often soft, easy to eat, and loaded with flavor, making mindless overeating more likely. She calls for a reimagined food environment, where healthy options are visible, more affordable, and appealing, from vending machines to school cafeterias. Eating habits, like other habits, tend to begin when we're young.
We're closing things out today with our daily quiz question, which comes to us from customs controls at Mumbai airport. An Indian man returning from Thailand was arrested for carrying what in his checked-in luggage? Was it A, 2,000 counterfeit Pokemon cards? B, 47 venomous vipers? C, rare cilantro seeds? Or D, 15 kilos of sand from the Phuket beach? And the correct answer is B. A man was arrested at Mumbai airport after customs officials found 47 venomous vipers and other rare reptiles hidden in his checked-in luggage. The animals were seized under wildlife protection laws, as importing certain exotic species without permits is illegal in India.
That's the latest from around the world. If you like this podcast, we'd really appreciate it if you could help us out with a follow, share, and a 5-star rating on your preferred podcasting platform. For more of the best of the international press delivered exclusively in English, visit us at walkcrunch.com. We'll see you here tomorrow. À demain!